Where do I look? Look there. No? Look at each other. Okay.
Thank you, Angela, for joining me today. Now, if you can walk through a little bit about who you are at Rodd Gunn, as well as for those who are unfamiliar, what the Rodd Gunn brand is.
So I'm Angela Ward. I am the Executive General Manager of E-commerce and Digital at Rodd Gunn. I manage all of our digital platforms, our e-commerce, of which we have 6, and dropshipping, which we have 15 partners. Rodd Gunn is a New Zealand lifestyle brand. We call ourselves lifestyle because we have restaurants as well as apparel, footwear and accessories. So we'll dress you top to toe and feed and give you a drink as well.
Amazing,
Yeah.
a full end-to-end experience. We love that. Now, you touched on drop shipping. Could you walk us through what that looks like for Rodd Gunn?
Yeah, for us it is the ability for us to sell our products on a partner's website. We still own the product, we ship it, so we maintain control of that customer experience. We are putting it in packaging. It could be their packaging, it could be our packaging, depending on the customer, and we then ship that to the customer. But we don't deal with the customer service, we just manage the order flow through.
And I assume that rolls into when you are wanting to test new markets, that's how you go to market via dropshipping,
yes.
right?
So we can learn a lot about customers and where they're buying from us, where we're shipping to, you know, and what products they like.
We've seen Rodd Gunn scale from a quiet achiever across Australia and New Zealand to one that is a global brand with over 320 stores. So could you tell us a little bit about that brand story and how you maintain that brand integrity as you expanded?
Yeah, we are a New Zealand brand and we started small, but over the years we've definitely grown. We do wholesale, so we do B2B, we do B2C via the website. We also have concessions as well as our own store, so it's quite a wide store network. From a brand integrity piece, we are all about storytelling, and that is in our DNA, to tell the story of New Zealand, take New Zealand to the world, to tell the story of the fabrics we use, Australian cotton, Good Earth cotton and ZQRX merino. We're natural fibres, we have a 2-year guarantee. We tell that story very well across all of our platforms and it resonates really well with our customers.
Can you actually walk us through the logistics of scaling across so many regions and how you actually did that, what your challenges were and where you focused a little bit more on as well?
We had an approach that was kind of a 2-prong approach digitally. We always have tried to partner with a well-known department store or marketplace that's already in the market, as well as set up our own digital, and that has meant that we've managed to get good reach quite early on via the already established marketplace or department store. But for our own websites, it was a journey of compliance, a journey of legal terms and conditions along the way. Accessibility was quite a big lesson for me because it's not as big in New Zealand and Australia as it is in the US or Canada. And then of course there's taxes that are so different. So now I know how the tax system works across Canada, Europe and the US, and they're all very different. So you really have to understand that before you move into setting up a website.
So as you expanded, you've gone across different regions and you've even expanded into the likes of restaurants, for example. So how are you able to maintain that brand consistency and leverage the tech stack behind it, which also has Agentforce Commerce?
So we have a single code base that we've managed to roll out every time we open a new region. That helps with our speed to market. Then we use common templates across the PDP, the PLP, the checkout, and our promotion engine, and it makes things easier for our team to upload content and different content in different markets as well. They only have a single backend, they don't have to log into 6 backends, and they can just reuse things as they've already used them previously.
As you roll out, you have a strategy where you pretty much test and learn in certain types of markets. We were talking the other day, you would launch in a certain market, test a little bit and see if you bring it to others and vice versa. So can you walk us through the operations behind that?
We do that via our dropship partners. So we'll go into a marketplace or a dropship, make sure that our brand is going to resonate with those customers, and then that gives us the confidence to be able to say we're going to go into this market, and generally it's a success and it rolls into our own stores and our own concessions across those department stores as well.
Now, knowing the Rodd Gunn brand, it's a no discount approach, but how do you actually still drive that full price experience amongst a really competitive landscape?
Yeah, so we want to have an honest relationship with our customer. You'll never find our garments at 50% off or 20% off the day after you've purchased. We want to have good integrity, but we do get creative with our data and the way we segment our data, the way we send our emails, the way we target our customers, and we try to give them a seamless experience using data all the time.
And we're talking about that seamless experience. How does integrating systems such as PIM with the rest of Salesforce actually ensure that customers are consistently getting that seamless experience?
They absolutely get a seamless experience because the product information is correct, it's rolled out correctly, the pricing is always correct, there's no mistakes in there because it's gated before it goes live. There are certain points that have to be available in that feed to get a product live, and that's inventory, price, product description, and that just means that there is consistency across all of our websites.
That's great, you're leveraging Data Cloud to actually unify that customer profile as well. Now, how do your marketing teams especially leverage the likes of Agentforce or more broadly AI in their day-to-day life? Because we know that also still needs to be balanced with the imagery of Rodd Gunn and that luxury feel and that human touch to it as well.
I wouldn't say we're a fast adopter, but we have adopted cautiously. We use it in our workflows. My team, for example, use it to write code. So they are picking up code writing to help with spreadsheets. From a marketing perspective, we've made a very conscious decision to not use models that are AI generated. We still use humans. We still shoot on location. We're selling New Zealand, so we go to the location, we shoot New Zealand, and we're always wanting our imagery to reflect a true experience for our customers.
I love that you're consciously adopting it and you have those guardrails with AI so that you're actually empowering the efficiency in a backhouse sense, but you're still maintaining that brand imagery when it becomes that customer-facing conversation, that human touch essentially. Yeah. Now, entering markets such as the US is quite challenging, as with the entry of any market, I assume. So you looked to those established markets almost as an example, but how critical is that integration of social proof to the brand of Rodd Gunn?
For us, we've been able to use ratings and reviews on site to syndicate into other markets as well, and it makes us look like a grown-up real brand, I guess, especially in a market we're breaking into. So people will have reviews from the UK, the US, from all around the world, and there's something about people seeing other people wearing the brand on the website. So we have social on our PDPs, and those pages always convert higher than pages that don't have it. So definitely it's a must-do for us.
You currently rely on agencies to give that localized knowledge of the US, but where do you see the opportunities for leveraging AI and, of course, Agentforce going forward with your localization and expansion?
There is a place for Agentforce within our business. I think there's a place for it within our search on our website to be able to sell a full look to a customer via a chat on the website is a fantastic opportunity, and it also will give us insights back into what people actually want in each market as well. We've always led with New Zealand and Australia, so to get some feedback about different things that the US or UK market might be searching for is fantastic. We also, in our service team, I think there's a big opportunity for them to be able to leverage AI to find faster answers for customers and to be able to focus more on the customer, because currently when they get a call or they're answering a chat, they're having to go away and search for answers. But if they can leverage Agentforce to go and find the answer for them and give the answer to the customer on the spot, it just improves that customer experience and makes it so much more seamless.
And I'd assume that efficiency for employees make them happier employees, and at the end of the day you have happier customers because they've been serviced efficiently with the help of Agentforce.
Yes, definitely.
Well, thank you, Angela, for spending the time with us today, and I'm sure the audience will have many takeaways from this chat.
Hope so.